Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Torchwood, as I immediately adjust all the crap on my table. Last time on Torchwood, we had Dead of Night. The hell happened in that episode? Hold on, I gotta backtrack through all my Game of Thrones. Here it is. We started to investigate the Ficor Company and their painkillers and crap, and they probably already planned ahead for the Miracle Day, so they knew about it. Yeah, Gwen infiltrated PR Bitch's office and found a thing, I guess, and there's like a cult of Oswald Danes that's forming, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's basically that. Yeah, this is where I say no spoilers. Don't be a dick. No spoilers. I'm gonna move the table up slightly. Get a little closer. Ooh, that's better. Yeah, let's just get into this episode of Torchwood. Here we go. I almost said Game of Thrones. Jeez, I watched way too much of that, probably. Anyway, let's get into Torchwood.
Sarah?
Oh, is it her sister's?
It's me. It's Esther.
Didn't they expressly say don't go to your sister?
I'm leaving town. I gotta go today.
Don't go to Boston. There's cholera in Boston. They said on the news.
Good to know.
Don't go
Avoid
to Philly
Boston.
either. Dysentery.
The roads of Boston
New York,
suck anyway.
Typhus and
Get lost all the
hemorrhagic
time.
fever.
Sarah. There are two children that I believe might be in danger. Melanie and Alice Drummond.
I found Esther Drummond. The pathway to Torchwood's open and clear.
God damn it. This is why they said don't go to your sister.
Decades since I saw the Pacific. Must be about 70 years.
Are you kidding me? You say things like that?
Oh, I wonder.
So, where's Fico from here?
Maybe about...
That's funny. He's just so nonchalant about that, but he never tells them.
This one.
But this place is abandoned. I mean, we're gonna need equipment and
All
staff.
that taken into consideration, but the strategy would work.
So we just put everyone inside and close the door? Do you know what they used to call that in the old days? A plague ship.
Let me stress this.
As long as it's got electricity in the roof, this is all we need.
Yeah, it works.
I don't suppose it's any good asking who you are.
We're traveling circus folk.
Yeah, and he's the clown.
I'm the bearded woman, but I've shaved.
Yeah, you missed it.
If you get hungry, there's a cafe on the corner that does a guava jalapeno cheese tart that's just fabulous.
Oh, thanks, man.
Waiters.
Fabulous. What is it with you? You make everybody around you gay?
Shed thing, and there's no electricity, there's no water, it's
Man, they keep bringing him back every episode.
cold and damp.
Yeah, air conditioning. A nice bed. Fucking shit in the fridge. I mean, he was in prison for a while. As much as I hate this character, because you should, I gotta say, he's a little fun to watch. Which is very weird how they did that.
You can't stand the sight of me.
No, I can't. No, sir, not at all. But it is not my job to like you. I will find your coffee. I will accompany you to the studio. Recommend.
Well, that's at
whether
least a
Diane
plus.
Sawyer is better than Piers Morgan. All that and more. But between me and you, it's your hands. I can't look at your hands without thinking about what they did.
I see. Well, at least she has
You
standards.
ever wonder why? That's when I recognized the pattern. Because I'd had a lot of experience perfecting how to hide myself online. And suddenly I'm looking
Yeah, I
at
bet.
someone else doing the
Douchebag.
same. But on a massive scale. Worldwide. I wonder why.
So whoever owns Ficor is hiding themselves.
Am I the only one brave enough to say it? They should have perished. I'm sorry, but they should. And by persisting,
Yeah, they should have, but they
drain the
didn't.
resources of healthy, living citizens.
You gotta be a
Now,
bitch about
I'm
it.
nobody special. The Dead is Dead campaign asks that these citizens be removed from society and taken to a place that's safe.
Everyone that would have died.
Aspirin.
Interesting.
Well, that's political correct.
Yeah, but where are you going to take all of them? You can't just bury them alive or
When
anything.
you're injured, I went.
And when this miracle ends, death will find them.
Yeah,
Time will come.
I didn't think about that. If the miracle ends, then Rex will die. I didn't even think about that.
Put the gun down, Dad.
Don't you tell me what to do. Not a knife. Son of a... Give me that back.
No, you're liable to shoot somebody.
Well trained.
It ain't even loaded.
Alright. That's that.
Oh my gosh, look at her. She is a beauty.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Don't I know you? I swear we've met before. You're.
a rough accent, Gwen.
That's right, Nicholas Jackson.
Nicholas Frumkin.
Okay.
It's John Smith.
Hell yeah, it's John Smith.
She's just awesome.
She's a keeper, isn't she?
Do you mind holding that for me? Thank you so much.
Ah. So Karevaru.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, there she is.
And get in his eye.
Matilda, Jane. Look at you.
No. She's beautiful.
Thank you. I know. Look at my little face.
Brilliant.
You are so never doing that accent again.
Mortified. I'm absolutely mortified.
Oh my god, that guy, friggin'
I thought you had a.
that accent was hilarious though.
The system fell apart.
So if you don't want me angry with you, Missy, if you don't want Vicor angry with you, you're gonna put this right. Is that understood?
Perfectly.
I like that there is a foil to Oswald Danes and Ficor now, but it's like nothing better. The foil needs to be Torchwood.
Of course, here. Hang on just a moment, please. There we go. Everything will be fine.
It's making a good stunt.
The same as you.
I still recognize you behind that mask. You bastard.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I can promise all of you
This is really weird.
that same rapture. Dead is not dead. No, not anymore. Life is life.
What is dead may never die.
Will live forever and ever.
Picture, 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 picture. That's what he's doing.
And ever.
Was it poisoned? What? What? What?
There is. I swear to you, there's a code that you can use to...
No.
I'm afraid I studied all the specifications. The protocol's quite clear.
He's gonna take a finger and an eye.
Biometrics.
But it wasn't considered safe, and the mother's been admitted for psych.
She what?
She's been under
The hell did he think was gonna happen?
ward under the care of a doctor.
Oh, hold on. Whoever wears heels to work is heroic. Why do we put up with these things?
Iris in 5.
Oh, nice. Contacts work like that too. It is very good that she kept those.
I thought that would work. Do it and leave me alone. Oh, and give Anna a big kiss. Okay. Bye.
You know, Rex does have a good point about them being on their phones. Like, they are in the middle of an operation here.
God, you're such an idiot.
I'm doing my job, okay? And then 322-340.
You've compromised the security of the entire mission.
Can we do this later? I know, the security of the entire mission.
Abby from the I-5 goes dead without consciousness.
Oh, so she's unconscious now.
I don't know.
I warned you.
I mean, he does have a point with that. They all said, don't go to your sister's house.
Okay.
Rex, it's 33 floors.
That's 66 flights of stairs, and you've got a ruptured chest.
Oh, man. Good luck.
Yeah. God. I wouldn't even do 3.
Who the hell are you?
Names aren't important right now.
Oh, great. He's cryptic.
What do you want?
Well, clearly, you dead.
Then why am I still
Well,
alive?
That's the point.
yeah, Jack can die.
They are everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Dead is dead.
They are all.
He's still got like 10 more levels. You know what? I think for the rest of the episode, he has full right to be angry at things.
Those names.
So close. He's not dead, but ugh.
He was just about to tell us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anybody? Thanks.
Well, they told us that Mrs. Monroe will not be making any statements for the foreseeable future.
Huh. Yeah, what happened to her, actually? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. She about to get crushed.
We are nobody. And soon, the families will rise.
Families? Yeah.
Down, don't worry, I'm phoning with good news or so. It's about your dad.
What is it that's happened?
I said it's good news. Now stop and listen, you damn thing. I got him onto that scheme, top of the list.
What scheme?
Government stepped in to prop up the NHS.
Oh no.
They're spending millions, they said. They're building these sort of camps to help people.
Overflow camps?
Aye, that's it. And I got your dad.
Oh God.
Okay. Just bloody move.
They just ruled him out.
Then stop them, okay? This is bloody FICO, Reese. And they are up to something.
Yeah, get going, Reese. It's crazy freaking Reese has to work overtime now.
Get him back!
It's too late.
They've got my dad, Jack. They've got my dad.
Okay. Okay then. Alrighty. Credit to Rex. He did have every right to be angry in this episode. And he's getting a little better. He wasn't as angry as I honestly thought he would be, so it's a step in the right direction. Alright, so let's talk about this. Dead is Dead. That was interesting. Unfortunately, that didn't last. I kind of like that we had basically a foil to Oswald Danes. You know, another prominent figure, basically. Someone who is becoming a prominent figure, basically preaching the opposite of what he was doing. And, you know, taking the cameras away from him and everything. I thought that was actually kind of interesting. But didn't really last, so whatever. And yeah, we got his whole PR stunt, basically, of going into the hospital and going in and trying to be, you know, a voice for the people and stuff like that. Which is interesting. He's an interesting character, I have to say. He's so horrible and so unredeemable, but at the same time, it's like, he is interesting to watch, I have to say. So, yeah, props to the show for making him actually somewhat of an interesting villain. But yeah, so that was interesting, you know, him going in. Definitely, like, I can see why... I can see where we're going with him. Like, okay, I can see, you know, him being the poster child, basically, of FICOR and their plans. So... excuse me. So yeah, I can definitely see, you know, where they're going with him being the spokesperson. It's still interesting because, you know, because it's like, okay, the message he's preaching basically is not a horrible message. It's just the fact that it almost seems like this would be such a hard sell because of who he is. You know, like, you know, there was only that one guy in there that recognized him and was like, hey, I recognize you, you bastard. So yeah, and, you know, to, you know, Kissinger's credit, to her credit, she did finally say, you know, in this episode, 4 episodes in, she was finally like, you know, hey, 4 or 3, I don't remember how long she's been here, but finally she was like, well, I can't stand looking at you, or specifically your hands. Like, I genuinely despise you with a burning passion, but I'm here to do my job, basically. So I did like that. So I like that they're not, because I don't know why it took this long for them to say something like that. It's like, yeah, the fact that they have to work with Oswald Danes is horrible because of how horrible a person he is, but they need to push their agenda, and Oswald Danes is now their poster child, basically. So yeah, it's interesting. It's like, watching this, it's like, okay, well, this guy sucks, but the message he's preaching is not horrible, basically, I guess. So yeah. Interesting. Oh god, I hate this, but it was interesting. But it's like, when he was saying, it's like, he was trying to research, who owns FICOR, and as he was looking and finding stuff, all the information started to go away. Like, this information and these people that own FICOR were all starting to disappear. Oh, and I hate this, but it makes sense that he started to recognize it because he did the same thing, which is horrible beyond belief, but it's true, because you have to imagine, because he says, I'm noticing the same stuff I used to do when I was online, how I would hide myself online, because you have to know that he does recognize this, because he did this most likely, I don't think there's any other possible explanation for, why he had to do that other than him trying to find child pornography, which is so fucked up, but that's his fucking character. So it's horrible, because it's another realization. It's like, fucking this guy, such a horrible piece of shit. But at the same time, that's very clever. I hate how clever that is. That he notices the exact same things he used to do. It's so horrible, but it's fucking clever. It's clever writing, basically. So yeah, it's like, I feel like of all the episodes, this one, like, I can really see where, like, I can see what they're doing with this horrible person that they've added to the show. It's like, okay, I can understand what they're doing, and it just sucks because it's such a horrible person. So yeah, I wrote down Nicholas Frumpkin. That's a fun name. Yeah, that whole thing where it's like, okay, we need to get into this place, which requires his specific biometrics. So we need a retina scan, we need a hand scan, not just fingerprints, but an entire hand scan, and we need his voice with his name, basically. And so yeah, so that was interesting, and I love when they just ran into him, because I thought, okay, well, they were gonna kidnap him, or they were gonna do something. I don't know what they were gonna do, but then they run into him on the street and they get all the information. So they're recording him saying his name, and then they have him hold the bottle, which gets his handprint, and then it's like, oh, look at this, and they put it right up to his eye, so that they get his eye, his retina. I thought that was brilliant, and it was just hilarious, especially, watching them, kind of be goofy about this, because they're trying to play a part. But at the same time they're doing that, Gwen is doing an American accent. That, I don't know, man. That was like borderline a horrible accent. Like, that was like, she must have, in character, she must have really practiced that, because it's like, that was very borderline on being really fake. But it was convincing enough to get through the scene. And I like that, afterwards, Jack was like, you're never doing that accent again. And she was just like, oh, I was mortified about it. So, yeah, and there's my fake Welsh accent. So it all comes full circle. Yeah, the comedy, I have to say, the comedy around the two of them and Reese is just brilliant. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just their comedy is gold. When it comes to Rex and Esther, they're not really given a lot of comedy, and when they do, it's not that great. But probably because, you know, John Barrowman and Eve Miles, they've had 4 seasons to get used to these characters. So it's like, yeah, they're completely used to all the comedy that they do. And the writers are more attuned to comedy for them because they've been doing this for so long. So yeah, I like that. Okay, the whole thing with Esther and her sister, I get that she was really concerned, but at the same time, this is the first time that Rex is completely justified with how angry he gets. Because before, it's like he's just angry and being an asshole for no reason. It's like, this time, okay, I get it this time, you know, when she basically compromises the whole mission to check on her sister. Yes, it's good that she checked on her sister and, you know, got her admitted to psychiatric ward, basically, and her 2 daughters are now in foster care, which was not what she had planned, but that is good. But yeah, that definitely was, that compromised the entire mission. And so, and then the fact that, you know, Rex had to go save Jack and Gwen from the one dude, the assassin, I guess. And he had to climb 33 stories, you know, 66 flights of stairs in order to get to them while he already has a chest injury. It's like, you know, I don't blame him. I will give him credit. He can be as angry as he wants in this. Now, at first he was a little sympathetic about it, you know. He was a little sympathetic about it, you know, when she was getting angry about it. He was like, okay. But then it was when she said that she went by the house. That's when he got mad. And again, justifiably so. So I'll give him that. Of all the times that he's been angry, this one is like, okay, this makes sense. I'm on board with that one. So yeah. The FICOR heist was just fun. I just like that. Get a good old Torchwood, sneak in and do crap. That's just fun. And, you know, and again, the comedy is really great. Especially with Gwen, you know, taking off the heels and just being like, women who wear these to work are heroes. It's like, that was really cool. The assassin, I guess he works, I don't think he works for FICOR, but I think he works for, you know, whoever owns FICOR, which we still don't have a name yet. So yeah, but it's something he's very curious about. Now, I'm pretty sure he's an assassin because he said, you know, because he's very curious about how Jack is how Jack is mortal. So, yeah, there was something about that. And then apparently it's like, I guess it's something from Jack's past, which, did they mention the Beauchene Peninsula? I don't know. I thought I heard that, but I don't know. So yeah, that's interesting. We have to figure out, you know, what is this from Jack's past? You know, and it also makes sense because it's like, you know, okay, no one can die except for Jack, which is a very, you know, it's a role reversal, basically. You know, the entire world can't die, Jack can die. So this must be something specific about Jack. So perhaps it's someone that knows about Bad Wolf. So, okay, that could probably eliminate everything before, you know, he was first resurrected by Rose. But yeah, maybe, I don't know, is this something about John Hart? I don't know. I don't think this is anything about Gray, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. What is this from his past? What is this from his past that maybe, if that's what they're implying, is like that's actually someone from his past that's kind of controlling FICOR. So we'll have to see where that goes. And then I wrote down the overflow camps. It makes sense. So that's basically Yeah, so we got the overflow camps, which are being run by the government. So yeah, I don't know. Was there something more about that? I don't remember exactly what they said about the overflow camps. Let me turn on subtitles.
Not that easy when you've lived through thousands of years.
You'll keep talking that shit, huh?
Heh.
Got it. First basic pattern. Land prices, estimates dating back years, and they're all linked to these construction plans.
Because they were prepared.
They're calling them overflow camps for all the patients in ICU. Looks like FICOR's taking charge of them, like they own them.
Yeah.
Some kind of strategy to the UN. FICOR and
okay.
behind them, but what the hell are they up to?
Whatever it is, I bet it ain't good.
Bollocks.
Oh. Okay, so these overflow camps that are going to take the ICU patients, and so FICOR basically implemented these plans by getting the support of the UN. So we don't exactly know what it's for, just taking the patients somewhere else. Well, okay, that opens up the hospitals, but what exactly are we going to do once they're in these overflow camps? So yeah, we're going to have to figure that out, and especially Reese is going to have to figure that out too, so that he can get Gwen's dad back. So yeah. Poor Reese. He's stuck in Wales, but he's still a part of the plot. Guy can't catch a break, but oh well. So yeah. Definitely an interesting episode. I really did like this one. Yeah, probably of the 4 episodes we've had, this is probably the best one we've had. So hey, if they can keep this up, if they can keep up episodes like this, we're gonna turn in a good series, I think. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. We'll have to see where we go from here, and that's basically that. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Torchwood reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.